This Week 5 NFL Props edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
What's up? It's the most must-see WWE superstar of all time, The Miz, and you are watching SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Greetings, Sean.
Greetings.
A lot of feedback from the pick show yesterday.
Really? What was the feedback related to?
They're just worried about your current state with the Eagles.
What do you mean?
Felt you were very snappy. Any sort of negative commentary about the Eagles caused you to seem a little bit more irritable than normal.
No,
this isn't me trolling
about the Eagles. Oh, it's you. I get a lot of comments about how you like to troll me and get me fired up, but I'm stoked about the Eagles. Love them against the Broncos, and team is gelling, and everything's great. Joining us in studio, a guy who went 5-0 on his props last week, the laddie daddy himself, the bet detective CJ Sullivan from the Bottom Line Bombs podcast. What's happening, CJ?
What's up, fellas? I do like the
Wait, hold on a sec. Say what's up, fellas, one more time.
What's up, fellas?
Now they can hear you. Perfect.
What's going?
It might have been my mistake. I had the phone line turned on. CJ turned off.
I just recorded the Bottom Line Bombs before. This is which one everyone should be subscribed to. Of course.
Smash the subscribe button.
And that's exactly what happened here. I did the first 5 minutes. No one could hear me in the microphone, and then Kramer comes in, told me what I did wrong after he set it up. And they go, well, you clicked the thing wrong. Then the commenters might be lying to you, and now you're shutting my mic out here in the middle. It's all right.
That's what Ryan does. Anytime the live chat points out the audio is off, Kramer immediately goes, "They're messing with us. They're messing with us. Ignore it."
A lot of people in the comments have been
they're wrong
me.
more than they're right.
I do like that.
If they say they can't hear, they're usually right.
They've been wrong plenty of times.
For sure. I gotta.
I know you guys are on the fucking side of the chat.
No, I just if a bunch the idea
enable the horde. Go ahead.
The idea that a bunch of the people in the chat got together and they go, "Oh, we have a funny prank. We'll tell the guys Colby's volume is low on the live show. That'll really be funny."
It could have been a ruse because they wanted to see Kramer because they were calling for get Kramer in.
Get the
First of all, Colby's audio problems happen whether we're around or not.
That's also true.
Yeah, we had one last night, but no, you do like to chat when just now, like when you guys are going at each other. It's very Trumpian. Like some people are saying,
that's
I'm the greatest president ever.
Kramer, my idea. Kramer loves unnamed sources when it comes
anonymous
to supporting his arguments.
It's a feedback box. We don't want to. We don't want to discourage people from providing feedback.
Yeah. I got feedback right from my Spotify video episode today. I said to Kramer, he goes, "No, that's a him problem. Let me go after it." He goes, replies back, and let me walk this guy through what's wrong with him.
I mean,
you were right though on that part.
Yeah, I think my biggest issue is that I have this assumption that most people will put a little bit of effort into trying to solve their own problems, but in reality, we live in a time where if you restart the thing and it still doesn't work, like I got nothing else. And so
I was going through
the bar is pretty low. Don't trip over it.
I was going through troubleshooting with my wife. She had an issue with her phone. And we're sitting right there, and I'm like, "Well, have you turned it on and off?" She's just like, "Well, how do you turn the phone off?"
Jesus.
Because
iPhones are
people just
off,
iPhones. You turn them on, and then you never turn them off. People just plug them in, or what happens with my wife is it just runs out of batteries, and then it's time to charge it once the phone's.
We are so
dead.
wasteful with our power that we no longer worry about turning a thing off.
Right.
Because everything has a sleep function. We're getting just used. We're being trained to allow the machines in our lives to be on all the time.
You would have fit in perfectly at the Apple store the other day when I got a new phone. They had all kinds of different employees here. You have the angry tech shamers, who can't be or disgusted by every problem someone has. Like, well, you have to delete your attachments. What are you
doing with all this email?
Then you have a guy like barefoot, basically wearing like wearing his hippie pants, like he's
tech hippie.
Yeah, he's a tech hippie. Like, you work at an Apple store. Relax here. You're not up in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, I don't believe
coding.
I don't believe in using plastic or wasting rubber on my feet. Meanwhile, you're filling up a ton of landfills working for Apple.
He's in the sandals. Yeah, you're at the Century City Mall.
Apple packaging?
I mean, Jesus. Right, I know.
Yeah, they make the devices so slippery that jumps out of your hands, and what they break, and then you get more Apple devices.
I've never really understood the element of being a hippie or hipster, where part of the vibe is being and living in the grossest area possible.
Right.
I've never understood. Is it just wanting to feel closer to?
Yeah, they like mud.
Yeah, I guess
they're mud.
Anyway, people. I'm with you with most of the Apple people. What's even worse for someone like myself who can talk the tango or whatever. That's definitely not what the saying is, but. They still think they're better than me.
Yeah,
like even worse. Like, oh, you think you understand?
Right, like an Apple device? Trying to tell a mechanic what's wrong with your car. They're immediately like push.
Which I never try to do.
No,
never try to.
You would have at least had an adult table. We were sat at a kindergartner's table with kid chairs
with the tablets.
Yeah, with the tablets. Kid
keep
chairs.
You busy. I mean, I'll go look up some props here, CJ. Yeah. Keep yourself busy.
Here's some crayons. Write some write what you think your password
I just imagine CJ playing with like little toy ladders.
Fun game to play in the Apple store while they make you wait for no reason. Because you have to check in.
Yeah,
checking.
I had to check in
just to buy something.
I had to get a reservation. I go, what's this reservation gonna be? To stand in that line over there.
You're reminding me of the time where I got in the argument where I said I was with one of my children and I was going in for a quick purchase, like a dongle or something.
Right.
Well, sir, you have to check in. I want to give you money for this thing that's sitting on the shelf.
They do not want money. Nope.
Got to get you in the system. Anyway. I was at the Sprint store years ago. I'll never forget this old crusty guy.
You're dating yourself with Sprint.
Yeah, Sprint's not a thing anymore.
I think it's still a thing. Okay, but it's not like it used to be.
More of a kiosk.
Yeah, it used to be like a big national brand.
Sprint mid 2000s probably.
They were competitive with AT&T and Verizon at one time.
They were partnered with MCI. It was like a combo.
No, now you're getting very East Coast on them.
There was a guy behind me that had a giant manila folder with like 300 pages printed out, and then in bright red marker, Sprint bullshit just written on. And he was just waiting for his moment to strike. It was great.
That was my dad. So we had computers very early on, very early adopters to technology. And my mom was a graphic designer, so we always had printers. And my dad just filed everything away. So yeah, whenever there were issues like that, there was definitely a folder. Not always manila folder, but it was filled with shit.
Kramer, what is your first prop for the prop episode?
Yeah. Well, first of all, congratulations to CJ on an excellent week last week.
Well,
no surprise that I liked a lot of those props.
At least one. Well, the millions, but yeah, you did like a lot of props. You want to thank you 5-0, and you fellas, of course, 8-0 was it on the Sunday night?
8-0. I mean, yes, for the Monday night.
I saw that on my feed many a time. Saw some videos. It's just a shock to me that a video came out of my 5-0.
No,
very happy. I just told
it was great. Adi, our clip guy, who does an awesome job. Shout out to Adi. He was a 49ers fan as well. He CJ in the Slack was like, "Hey Adi, just a heads up, I went 5-0 on my props. Don't need a clip.
Yeah, I don't want a clip. Want a clip?
Just
want to like to know.
Just
I know he's a big fan.
Just for your record.
The beauty of Adi is that's all you got to do. You just got to give him the scent to meat. He went on. He goes off and does it. The best was when he's like, "Sorry guys, I couldn't fit all your winners into one clip, so I made multiple clips."
I do want to make an announcement also before we get into the first prop.
Yes.
Well, last week I know I think you were probing for this as you did. Yeah, I did have a nice, fantastic week at 5-0. And also things I wouldn't say they got heated, but it got a lot lively at the end of last week's episode when there was stolen ladder valor, as it was known here, right?
Thanks
when
to Sean and his reckless
in,
use of the English language.
It's neither here nor there. We got through it. The fans wanted to thank whoever it was who gave out the Trey Tucker ladder, the 33-1 pick. They got 45-1. Sean gave credit to Ryan. Ryan took it, and then
I pointed out I had the anytime.
It was great backpedaling by both of you for a while. Then I stepped off, and then they in a olive branch, if you will, or a gesture, any kind of nice friendly gesture. Kramer, when he went to Las Vegas, brought me back some Vegas things, including biscotti from Circa, which was fantastic.
Hey, I'm a nice guy.
Absolutely, already took that down. But also, the three of us, we all loved Jordan Love props last week like that, and we couldn't believe the number Circa gave for him to throw for 300 yards was a plus 450.
Couldn't believe it.
Insane. Kramer gave me a free roll, $100 bet on Jordan Love to bink 300 yards, which he did, thanks to a little bit of overtime.
What a sweat.
Yeah. What a sweat. He only had 140 yards after the first quarter.
I know. It was like not a sweat, and then a horrible, and then a sweat.
Crazy. I almost sent a text like that to them, like, oh, this is going to be easy, but I did not. Anyway, it hit. And it's a nice, juicy ticket now. It's like, I think overall the ticket's worth like $570. In the spirit of this, and then $20 to 20 million, we're going to see if we can let it roll. So at the end of the show, we're going to find another prop. I'm going to give the ticket right back to him, and we can split this 50-50, however you want to do it. However you want to do it. First, I was going to give you a little taste for 100, but like, let's just let it ride the whole damn thing here. Split it 50-50. And we're gonna shove that 570 on another prop and
see what happens. I'm never going to say no to letting it ride. If you've ever played craps with me, if I ever hit a hard way,
this is my specialty.
I'm parlaying it. So we're going to parlay this up, the old mechanical one.
My specialty is ticket to ticket betting.
All right. So the plan will be when I get to the circle, we'll examine the inventory.
Okay. And to see if something comes up organically here that we like, that we want to look into.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. All right, there we go. Now we can start the show, fellas.
Kramer, first prop. What do you like?
I'm going to just continue to run this back until it fails me. Which I didn't run back last week because I thought it was a sneaky situation having to go against the Lions, but just this Cleveland Browns defense, which even they slowed down the Lions run offense more than most would. This Cleveland Browns rush defense is incredible. Jordan Mason's rushing yards this week is 67.5, which seems incredibly high.
Yeah.
Going against this defense on a sloppy Tottenham Hotspur Stadium turf. I mean, I've not done a lot of grass analysis, but the field that they were using in Ireland at least deals with a lot more larger man sport like rugby, from what I understand. The Tottenham Stadium is predominantly soccer. It's going to be a slippery turf. It's going to be a gross game. We've already talked about how defenses maybe finding the end zones fun, but Jordan Mason under 67.5 rushing yards. I think this is just going to be a gross game. I don't think yards are going to be easy to come by. And I was shocked. I thought this would be something in the maybe the high 50s.
Yeah, that's a high number.
And so this is actually higher than what Gibbs's number was last week. Don't quite understand that.
I'd say probably because of bell cow situation, but
yeah, I guess it's just because no one else is going to be running.
He's not as good as Gibbs, but you're right. No, it's still. I
shut down other bell cows.
I still love the play.
They're a butcher house for bell cows. CJ, what do you got? What do you got for us?
Also dealing with a second string offensive line. Worth noting.
Yeah, that's true. Three not looking good with three replacement offensive linemen, and that's why I went with them in Survivor. So let's go to that game. Let's go with that awful game down there. Speaking of disrespectful and odd lines, your New York Giants going down to New Orleans. Underdog.
Spencer Rattler favorite is one of the funnier things.
Never won a game in his career.
No.
Right?
0-10. 0-10.
10 tries, 0 wins.
Yeah.
And I think that they've had the
Jackson Dart
versus a quarterback
try,
with 100% win rate.
Yeah. Undefeated Jackson
The
Dart.
line might be telling you something, but
speaking of undefeated Jackson Dart coming into the week, I might have tipped my cap here, though. If I was to tell you, I probably shouldn't have mentioned the game at all. Who leads quarterback design rush rate percentage for quarterbacks?
Russell Wilson.
That's not Russell Wilson. Design rushing rate.
Design
rushing rate.
Interesting. It's got to be like Lamar Jackson.
Jackson Dart.
Well, it was Justin Fields at 15.7%, 15.7%, and Jalen Hurts 12.6%. Obviously, with so
makes
many.
sense.
But now we have a new leader by a whopping margin. It's Jackson Dart with 20% designed rushing rate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane. He ran for 54 yards and a touchdown last week, and a designed 20-yarder up the middle. There's a lot of ways you can tack this. His numbers are 7.5 attempts, 36.5 yards, 13.5 longest rush. I'm gonna go with the attempts just in case. And he's crazy. He's gonna run. And as you pointed out in the rehearsal show that we did in the morning here, Kramer, that
pre-production
that he ran himself out of 5 attempts with some sacks that he kind of brought
certainly
on.
there was a couple more attempts out there that turned into sacks, and of course the long 30-something yard run he had that got called back due to a Fugazi holding call. But I think just it's surprising to me they barely adjusted these numbers. I believe the attempts was 6.5. And the yards was 35.5 last week. So very little movement.
Very little movement. And here he is. He's let's see. So he had 54 yards from 111 passing yards without Malik Neighbors, of course. That's not going to help. But for the passing yard, but his rush, I mean, 23. It's just insane. Over 20% of designed rush percent just after the one start, and that's obviously when he got in there. That's all he did was run. But
I also think that it's very clear, like I suggested on the show before they went out and got the win against the very difficult defense, that and maybe the matchup changes because the secondary for the Saints isn't quite as good and it won't be quite as like confused coverages. But his strategy was almost certainly, see what you see, but if you don't see it, go.
Right.
Well, and he's not going to be seeing Malik Neighbors, so he's probably going to be going even more than he did last week.
He's going to be going, and he leads with his head. He's the one where he slapped it with his throwing hand.
That was
stiff arming. The guy's absolutely crazy. I think rushing attempts is the way to go. 7.5.
My father-in-law, who is not like a huge football fan, was hanging out watching. He goes, "Are you allowed to slap the other guy in the head?" I go, "Oh, they didn't call it.
Right.
You are allowed to stiff arm."
Deacon
it was
Deacon Jones over there, but
that was they always used to play. I think Corolla had a whole bit on it where on the old NFL films. He was describing his move where he would go up, he would slap him across the face, and he goes, and he was explaining, he goes, he fire out of your stance, you slap him or her, because it was like back in the day where they were trying to be more inclusive language wise. You slap him or her across the head, and then you get in there
right in the ear hole.
No, actually, this probably isn't the time where you want to add the or her to the Deacon Jones line. You can find it on YouTube, NFL Films. But that was
so
great.
Funny, but
love the what? Are you considering laddering it? Obviously not here, but
some cowards wouldn't offer me an attempt ladder. You can get a yardage. So I'll just go with the attempt, 7.5 attempts. So I'm not going.
He's going to smash
Dart. Yeah.
For me, we just mentioned Jordan Love going over 300 yards. We've seen Russell Wilson go for 450 yards. Give me Justin Fields over 187.5 passing yards.
What? I mean, 187.
It's insulting. Garrett Wilson, if you're a fantasy player, he's actually having a pretty good season. Mason Taylor's been a nice little addition there. I think they get Breece Hall involved in the passing game. Massive letdown spot for the Cowboys. Cowboys lead the league in pass yards allowed per game, 297.3. They're almost averaging giving up 300 passing yards a game, and they're a non-conference road favorite. And even if you're like Justin Fields sucks, okay, fine, but he's passed for 218 and 226 yards in those 2 games. So even in other situations against other defenses, which Dolphins and Steelers, they're not amazing, but their pass defenses are better than the Cowboys. He still easily cruised over this. I don't think the game is going to be now. Maybe it does get to be such a blowout of the Cowboys that that they're just running all the time. But I think this will at least be in the first half competitive enough where Fields is going to have to throw. So 187.5 over passing yards for Justin Fields, way too low.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll take. I mean, I played. You see on the thumbnail, but I mean, Garrett Wilson's yardage is at 62.5, which is a number that believe he's got. All right, so he's gone over this in every game but the Bills game. He's receiving 9, 8, 13, 8 targets. His catches are 5.5, which he's also gone over 3 out of 4.
Yeah, he's been good.
And
I mean, especially considering how they've struggled in general, he's played well.
And I think what we've seen that the part of the reason the Cowboys defense is such a good defense to fade is that their offense will participate in the shootout, and their offense will continue and force you to have to push.
Yeah.
And so I think, from a fantasy perspective as well, they become very interesting. So for Garrett Wilson's yards to only be 62.5, considered putting this in a ladder. And I'm not going to play the ladder, but I am going to consider playing the 100 yards.
Lane Gretzky, all-time YouTube chat name, saying, Sean, I'm a Jets fan. Don't do it, man.
Really? He's scared.
Jets also did sign Khalil Herbert. That's where our season is at. Come on, Lane. You guys will get a little something going here. This is the ultimate buy low spot for the Jets. Although you can say that about the Jets every game for the past decade.
His 100 yards.
I think I bet on the Jets every week this year.
Yeah. They covered against the Steelers.
They did.
His 100 yards is plus 370.
Stay tuned, Ryan. Stay tuned.
Oh.
Well, not for Garrett Wilson, but for passing yards related maybe to Garrett Wilson. CJ, what do you got for your second prop?
Well, I'll piggy off your
I like that
Justin Fields there, like the pivot there, or whatever, and talk about the man you did mention, Mason Taylor.
Ooh, like him a lot.
Mason Taylor. Last 2 weeks, he's had 13 targets, I believe, total. 7 last week on 5 catches for 65 yards. He's getting about 26.9% of targets on his routes run. You'll like that.
Whoa.
Only behind Garrett Wilson, of course. I mean, that's Fields likes him, obviously, and he's been coming into his own here. He plays in this Cowboys defense, who let up everything, running backs, deep receivers, and tight ends. Tight ends been shredding them. So his numbers are 2.5 and 33.5. Which I think is pretty low for what Mason Taylor has been doing the last 2 weeks. They're just not looking at that. Imagine, look at what Tucker Kraft did last week, even if he didn't fall at the one. It's just he only throws to Wilson and Taylor. That's all he throws.
Yeah,
those numbers are low, like the cut of his aunt's shirt.
Yeah,
he's got that peanut butter skin. He's got that ability to get giant racks of catches.
The spicy.
Bring back
spicy. His ladder's spicy.
Bring back the spice rack.
The ultimate spice rack, Joy Taylor. No, it's cool seeing his dad there at the Miami game. Kramer just cashed. What were you on, the yards or the props for Monday night?
Catches and yards.
Yeah.
Didn't cash the touchdown, but I thought it would be a little symbolic for him to have a nice game going against his dad's former franchise. Anyway, continue.
No, yeah, I was just going to say,
and
did he have a Coldplay incident too? Did they try to get Jason Taylor? I think there was a woman on his lap, whatever. And they showed
him and
the
his
box.
sister are both spicy. They both got that brown peanut butter skin.
They're both athletes on and off the field.
Yes. So yeah, former LSU star. He went Mason jar. I could go either way with yards or receptions. Let's go receptions.
We had the exact same conversation Sunday night.
And both hit.
Yes.
Right.
And Kramer was like, kind of putting it on me to go catches or yards. I said both hit, both did.
That was big of me to ask you after you shunned my Darren Waller. I know the Darren Waller incident was after.
Yeah.
Yes. I was skeptical of Darren Waller, and you were correct, Kramer.
I'm not afraid of either one of these, but I'll go with receptions. I'll say that 2.5.
Shout out to Jackson in the chat saying had to hop in live. My wife was on the Arizona State campus, said she saw someone with a "Don't bully me, I'll come" t-shirt.
Yes.
Had to fill her in on the SGPN lore where someone got the wrong hat.
We're taking over this guy's slang or this guy's slogan.
His business getting a lot of free press and the point spread song, which is probably going to be, I assume, in the Spotify charts. That and Taylor Swift neck and neck.
People are
point spread song.
Definitely asking a lot about the point spreads.
Oh, it's every other question I get is about the point spread.
I feel slightly, this is like kind of your Mitch and Paulie moment here of discovering this phrase of the wrong t-shirt and hat, because it's been out there before.
Yeah.
That obviously if there's people are buying it.
Never heard
clothes,
of it.
Well, and you guys never being amazed by it and laughing at it.
It's great.
No, it is great. It's great. It's great to watch.
We're just
through
old
you guys'
guys.
eyes. Yeah, you guys are old guys.
Just old
like,
guys.
It was like some bodybuilder guy. I still don't know enough about the guy.
Picture?
He's like a bodybuilder and some like influencer. So to CJ's point.
Oh, it's one person that does this thing.
As far as I know,
I thought it was like a thing you see like at Spencer's Gifts kind of.
No, they tracked it down to this one guy who's like a bodybuilder influencer character.
Oh, that's funny.
Speaking of CJs, let's keep the passing yards going here. CJ Stroud over 212 and a half passing yards. This is another just smash. The Ravens defense is bad and injured and just keeps, Humphrey's out. No, just Roquan Smith is out. The entire defense is injured. And I even in a blowout game, which Stroud had against the Titans where they were up 26-0, he still got over this pretty easily, the passing yards. I think this is the ultimate get right game for CJ Stroud. The Ravens are allowing 265 and a half passing yards per game. Then that was even before they reached this crazy level of injuries that they're dealing with going into Sunday. So they're going to attack the secondary. CJ Stroud over 212 and a half passing yards.
Like that.
While we're here, of course, shout out to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. You want to get in on the prop builder. Had some nice juicy props that we're giving out now, and on the Thursday night prop show, which we tape Monday after Monday Night Football. Get your early takes on some of the Thursday night props. Shout out to me and my CLV on some of the tight end stuff now with Tyler Higbee out. But and the crazy line movement, of course. Get in on the action over at mybookie.ag. Score 100% bet back bonus up to $500 when you use our promo code SGPN, so they know we sent you. Shout out to Bitcoin pumping right now. Take a little bit of that Bitcoin, put it to work over at mybookie.ag. Fast crypto deposits and even faster payouts. Mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by NoVig. Who needs no Vig? Forget about Vig, baby. Make sure you check out CJ's
Feels offensive.
CJ, just a great. I assume most people have seen the movie Sinners, where it's Michael B. Jordan and Michael B. Jordan. Right. I shared the story that I watched the movie with my wife pretty high. And I was like, I was scared to say that I thought it was the same. I didn't know it was played by the same guy.
Are you saying they all look alike? Is that what you're
I was worried. I was worried. I go,
my God.
I was gonna say the other character really looks like Michael B. Jordan's character, but I didn't want to seem racist.
Now. Right.
So I didn't. I just watched the movie and pretended like I didn't know. It turns out it was the same guy. CJ had a similar Oscar-like performance in his promo video of NoVig. Watch that video over on.
It's a combination of that Nick Cage in that Charlie Kaufman movie, Tom Hardy in the one legend where he plays the two criminal twin brothers.
It really is great. There's some fun, just awkward pauses between CJ and his. What were your characters? I know we're pulling back the curtain, but you had the Phil character.
Phil was Philly. Well,
yeah.
There's a lot of the editing, and the Giant guy had a character as well. They do Giants Eagles back and forth. I was going to do a lot of. We didn't have time for it because it was just an ad. Maybe it'll be a series, so I still have the same of the footage.
I want this to be serious.
But we found it in an edit, as you used to like to say, and found it in post, and where we just like, you know what, maybe just me staring awkwardly will work for this.
Often that does work.
Great video and great pricing over at NoVig. I get in on the Rams. I got in late, -8.5. They say you can't bet it. Watch me over at NoVig because I got it at +100 -8.5. Great prices over on NoVig. Download the NoVig app. Spend $5, get $50 when you use our promo code SGPN. That's NoVig, promo code SGPN. Available in a ton of states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Kramer, what is your third prop?
Well, Sean, if I had told you before the season that Saquon Barkley would be averaging 19.25 attempts a game, you would assume he's gone over his total every week, and not that they're reducing it week over week. It's now 79.5, a number that he still has struggled to get over, only getting over that in the Chiefs game where he had 22 carries for 88 yards. They certainly are trying to get him involved in the passing game. And I think to extend their running game out wide, for whatever reason, their offensive line has not been getting the push. And in general, their run game that doesn't involve Jalen Hurts has not been very good. So we're going to go back to the well. Saquon under 79.5 rushing yards. It's just been a print fest so far this year.
Yeah, and also if you told,
and this is a tough matchup too.
Yeah, no, Broncos got a pretty good rush defense.
Jonathan Taylor had a good game. There was a couple big plays helped with that.
No, I mean the Eagles' offensive line in general has been banged up and not playing at a high level. I think that's been impacting Saquon a little bit in the running game.
Also, it's force feed AJ so he stops being a petulant child game. So
yeah, I mean
that's also happening.
They already lost the game because of AJ's tweet. I don't even know why they're playing it.
You don't think they're going to get him the ball a little bit extra this week?
I think they're always trying to target him. I mean, he had 9 targets last game. I think. Yeah, why would they not want to get him involved in the game?
No, I'm just saying that's another reason to fade Barkley.
Yeah, I think AJ could have a good game. CJ, what do you? What's your next prop here?
Oh, interesting. I like to. You rarely go under. I'm not gonna go under because I like to keep things positive.
Well, Saquon is due for a long rush. If I think that's
true.
If he breaks one, I think that's obviously how you would get crushed on that under, but he hasn't broken one yet. It feels like they're close to maybe breaking one, but
his longest run was in week 1 against the Cowboys, 16 yards.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like he hasn't, you could look at it 2 ways. He's never going to get a long run again, or he's due for a massive game breaking run.
Interesting. All right. Let's go to another game that I have a survivor entry on, but I will go on the other side.
TJ's got every team.
I know.
He does.
I'm spread thin this week here for sure. That Arizona Tennessee game here. I'm looking at it. This is a name I will not pronounce correctly. Rookie Malik Ayomana.
That almost could be its own sound drop.
Malik.
Do we know how to say his name?
The quarterback.
Do we know? I don't know how to say his name, but I'm going to play the odds and say maybe CJ's.
And Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback.
Ovalia, the quarterback.
Malik Ayomana, I'm going to say. Tennessee Titans. Ayomana.
Yeah.
The receiver. Okay.
I disagree with with him. If that's how he pronounces it, I disagree with him.
This is based off of AI watching a video of him pronouncing his own name.
Fair
so I'm gonna go.
He did go to Stanford, so he's a smart man.
Yeah. Ayomana.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Man of War.
And is it a leak or Ellick?
Ellick. It looks like
Ellick Ayomana.
Nailed it. That sounds pretty good.
All right. Yeah. Save that.
Sounds like a real name. CJ.
Yeah, I believe is becoming the new number 1 at Tennessee.
Ridley's banged up too.
Calvin Ridley's banged up, and last week, obviously, remember they switched play calling to a Bo degree, and I think the first thing he says is, "Let's get Calvin Ridley the hell off the game plan, and let someone who actually cares out there and who's still a live body." And and he passed him in routes run, targets, and yards for the first time last week. He's got 22% team target rate share. Arizona against outside receivers on the bottom 10. They lit up huge games to the outside receivers. I know Tennessee's obviously has offensive struggles, but game script will have him throwing the ball. And I think he's the brand new clear number 1. In a lesser version, this is the Woody Marks game for him, where the signs were there that he was going to be the next week's number 1 of Woody Marks before he popped off last week. His numbers are very low, 38.5 yards. And I couldn't even get it. So I'll go over that just because he is an outside guy who gets a lot of DVRs, but he gets everything. So, and
he was a guy that like in training camp, you started to hear about the chemistry he was building with Cam Ward. And he's great. And I think Cam Ward likes him especially because he famously burned Travis Hunter and Colorado in that game. That game when he threw 300. And, Cam Ward just hates Shador, his brother. He hates him. Anything Colorado related. The videos of him talking shit to Shador while they're working out are excellent.
And I'll say this: the Titans are bad. I'm not saying they're not bad. They're probably the worst team in football, but they had a tough schedule, especially with defenses. Denver, Houston, and the Rams are pretty, especially elite when it comes to pass defenses as well. Rams are borderline, but Denver and Houston very great defenses. Arizona will not give the same kind of pushback, and if anything, they do allow garbage time backdoors as with the Carolina game. So over 38.5 yards for Malik Ayomana.
I don't know if I like
wide
all
receiver
Cardinal slander.
Oh, I'm on the Cardinals. Don't worry about it. And they'll be in our pleasers. But
CJ's got every angle corner. Right?
I'm just saying for defensive wise, they're not the defense of Denver, Houston, or the Rams.
Let's go over to.
Will you give me that?
Yes.
All right. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Let's go over to jolly old England, where the chap by the name of Carson Wentz is playing quarterback. The quarterback, the Viking hair ginger, is going from Dublin to London. A little bit of not much of a travel, especially compared to the Browns. I think their offensive line obviously is incredibly banged up. Could limit their offense in general. And like a wounded animal, Carson Wentz, when cornered, will hold on to the ball way too long and need to run. Now he will probably take more sacks than he should. He probably will fumble. I still do like the Vikings laying the points, but I also like Carson Wentz over 8.5 rushing yards. When he had 12 last game, and that was even in a much cleaner game script, I think, for the Vikings. And before some of their injuries on the offensive line, I think this Cleveland defensive line will pressure Carson Wentz, and he'll just be forced to run around. Give me Carson Wentz over 8.5 rush yards.
Seems very low.
Yeah, that seems very.
Yeah, I mean, he like the first game he didn't go over against the Bengals, but that was just like a blowout with the defensive touchdowns. And then his last start before that was with the Chiefs, where it was like they were sitting all their starters, kind of weird game flow. But with the Rams, he had 17 carries with the Rams. Like he wants to run the ball, and I always lean into desperate quarterbacks, and I think he's going to try and make a fight for this job. I know the plan is to bring JJ McCarthy back, but
he might suck.
If Wentz looks good here, all of a sudden they might need another couple weeks to see what old Carson Wentz is up to. Kramer, what's your next prop?
All right, so I have so many options here. My list is very long. I think I'm just going to be. Well, I'm trying to decide which one I want to give out. We talked about
keep your prop list long.
It's very long.
Keep your pin strong.
I have a lot of things I like. Well, some of it's the stuff that CJ's already talked about, like the Jackson Dart rushing stuff. All right, let's take Spencer Rattler to go over 15.5 rushing yards. The Giants are going to allow one or two of these. We saw it to Herbert last week. He had 2 chances. One got called back to holding. That was going to be like a 20+ yard gain. The other, Deonte Banks, horrible job at sealing the edge. He gets around for, I think, 18 yards. I could see something similar happening here with Spencer Rattler. Also, while he's not looking to run a ton, he has had some nice longer scrambles, especially for first downs. And with this pass rush, similar angle to what you were saying about Wentz and a number of other quarterbacks this week, including Jackson Dart, that if the brush gets there, they're just going to look to go. And so I was considering also giving out the Alvin Kamara rushing yards. I think much like Omarion Hampton, he's going to probably have a long run in there. So not very difficult to get to his total, but the Spencer Rattler one's too strong because they're going to be getting after him. Their offensive line is very banged up. I think they're potentially going to be missing anywhere from 1 to 3 starters on the offensive line this week. So we'll go Spencer Rattler over 15.5 rushing yards. It's plus odds too right now, which is crazy. And I was debating between this and the 9.5 longest rush. Which would you take? 15.5 total, 9.5 longest rush.
Yeah, I kind of like.
I think you take the total. I think he's going to be under fire, similar to Herbert.
Worried they're going to kneel it out though late.
I mean, that's always a worry. So then you have. So you're saying yards. Longest?
No, I'm
you're like attempts. You're saying for 3 free kneel downs.
Kneeling it out. They're up huge.
Well, you know,
I don't know about that.
You know, Spencer's not going to be confused by the back end of the Giants defense. He says they don't do a good job.
Also,
of doing that.
The quarterback without any wins was
talking trash.
Was explaining. It was being a little bit critical about the Giants secondary.
Oh, shots fired.
It was just a weird comment. And like all the veterans who have like microphones that have shows, they're like, you should just
Spencer
shut up.
Rattler is
You shouldn't say that.
He was. I mean, remember the videos of him in high school, like that quarterback documentary? He came off like. I mean, he's in high school, but he came off like a pretty big.
He doesn't come across much better now, but he's not as cocky.
But yeah, I mean, can you imagine if he starts winning games? He's 0-10 as a starter.
Is he the worst starter in the NFL?
No, right?
Let's see. I mean, Jake Browning's pretty bad.
Yeah, he's worse.
Although Jake Browning beat the Jaguars.
I'd rather have Spencer Rattler though. I think. Well, Jake Browning has one game, so I guess if we're doing the mountain of players, you got to win. If you haven't won a game, you got to be at the bottom, right? So him and Cam Ward are at the bottom.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I would still take Cam Ward. Cam Ward's made some throws that are kind of exciting.
Yeah. Oh, you would take both of the rookies starting right now over Spencer Rattler. He hasn't won a game in 10 tries. Yes. He is exactly what we're seeing. He is, and he obviously doesn't have a horrible team around him. I don't know. They're a quarterback away, Sean.
Wait, who?
Brandon Cooks, Chris Olave, Juwan Johnson, Alvin Kamara.
There's a Saints a content person that put out a hypothetical trade: Chris Olave and a 5th round pick for AJ Brown.
Who says no?
Well, the Eagles aren't trading AJ Brown. So
are you sure?
100%.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But see, this is funny because we do this thing where I'm like, they're not trading him, and then Kramer will be like, "You sure about that? You sure about that?" We never revisit it.
I'm just saying, are you sure?
Yes, I've said a million times.
It's just a question,
and the answer is they're not trading. And then it's just like, are you sure about that? Sure.
Yeah.
100%, 100% on that one.
Are we sure?
And then it comes in.
Are we certain?
And then
this is a good segment, you guys.
And then they don't trade him, and then there's never any revisiting. Never go. Oh, I guess you were 100% right. CJ, I'm 100% right. I want to hear another prop from you. What do you got?
100% a go, as Liam Cohen would say.
Yes, exactly.
Every analytic, it's 100% a go every time.
Every time.
I will do what Kramer was afraid to do, but not with Alvin Kamara as far as Saints rushing. But I'm going to go with Kendra Miller.
Yeah.
He's got a much lower number. It's 28.5 rushing yards. The Giants are last in DVOA against the rush there. And they give up 6.1 yards per carry. But more importantly, and I'm not saying this is a Woody Mark situation. I don't think he's going to take Alvin Kamara's job by any means. But he looked good versus Buffalo last week. You know, Buffalo's got a leaky rush defense, but 61 yards and a touchdown he had. Let me take a look at some of the other things.
Kamara could be getting traded too.
65 yards, a touchdown. Absolutely. And he 11 carries, 65 yards and a touchdown in a game that was back and forth. It's not like the game was like out of hand at any point. 12 touches. He had 14 touches the week before. They're giving him touches and they're giving him the ball. And more, I mean, he passes the eye test. He's 20 touches the last 2 spans, 21 offensive snaps. If the Giants, if it's 28.5 against the Giants of rush defense, like I said, I think they'd like to use Kamara more in the passing game. So I think his carries and usage is only going to go up. They want Kendra Miller, and you're right. They will probably be trading Kamara as well as they should trade Kamara.
I think you're going to see I think I agree with you. I think there's going to be some running plays to be had, but I also think the Giants are going to be loading up the box. So it'll be an interesting. I think that doesn't preclude there from being long runs. Part of the problem is they're like certain members of the secondary that somehow continue to find the field.
Oh wow,
aren't great at tackling.
Wow.
I guess different way is you could do combined yardage with him. I mean, probably be a safer way to go, but I don't know. I think 20.5 is a pretty low number for it. I'll just take the rushing yards for Kendra Miller.
All righty.
Splendid.
While we're talking rushing yards,
let me see what his combined is though. Just in case.
Just in case.
Little nugget here. Tampa Bay Bucks have not allowed a 50-yard rusher since December of 2024. Shout out to my boy Walter Football for that nugget. Big part of it is the big man himself, Vita Vea, who just clogs up that middle and is a great run stuffer. I'll take Kenneth Walker under 49.5 rushing yards. Tampa Bay rush defense is very good. I understand they're a little banged up, but if Vita Vea is out there, I feel good about their ability to slow down the run. Part of the reason why I like the Bucks to cover, keep this game close, is their ability to slow down Seattle's rush game, which is a huge part of what they want to do. Bijan, 12 of 24. Barkley, 19 carries, only 43 yards. Breece Hall, 9 of 21. They've done a good job of shutting down these number one running backs. So yeah, Kenneth Walker under 49.5 rushing yards.
It's like a Todd Bowles forever stat. Just always his defenses are tough to run on.
Very. And I think they're gonna. I mean, Seattle wants to run the ball. They're good at running the ball. I think it's a smash spot for the under here on K9 himself. Kramer, what do you got? Fifth prop, and then we got ladders. We got Degen stuff. We're gonna build a crazy underdog entry.
Yes.
Well, you brought an interesting nugget about David Montgomery into the office earlier, and already on my radar was trying to find a way to fade this Cincinnati defense. Quit is something that is contagious.
Oh, it is.
The way that Denver just walked them in the second half, running the ball over and over again.
Well, and then them punting like late in the game.
So
it was just very much packing it in.
Gibbs is totaled all the way up in the mid 70s, but David Montgomery's rushing yards is 49.5. He's already gone over this 2 times this season. And last week you can kind of throw it away against the Cleveland Browns. Very good run defense. This week it's the opposite. The defense wasn't showing the ability to slow down the run before they started quitting. Now they want nothing to do with it. And this Lions team is maybe going to be extra motivated for David Montgomery, but they're also just motivated by kicking people's asses. And if they're going to blow out, which I think this is a pleaser category game,
kneecap biting,
which means Montgomery,
some juicy kneecaps
Gibbs,
over on the Bengals.
Montgomery, Gibbs, and probably throw a rock and find your third running back that's going to get some work too. But 49.5 seemed a little low for a game that should favor the Lions just running the damn rock.
Yeah, no. And then we mentioned it on the pick show, the kind of unfortunate tragic magic. David Montgomery is from Cincinnati. His sister is going to be in attendance. She had a really bad car accident, paralyzed. First time they're seeing him play. So if you needed an extra motivation for David Montgomery to have a great game, he's going to be up for it. CJ, what do you got? No, I'm
I'm
laughing at CJ's comment from the pick show where Sean laid it out there like, it's a back-to-back road spot coming off the.
It was the same term. I don't know, non-conference road dog. I'm not against it. Well, Montgomery's sister is paralyzed from the neck down, so you're gonna have but
he's
8 yards.
He's 2-1 to his over. When dedicating his game to his sister. Well, I mean, it's worth bringing it up.
No, 100% handicap.
I tried to do somber Sean voice. Mentioning it up.
Man, today we're gonna lift up. We're gonna lift up the Montgomery
family. Dan Campbell is like, this is a very special game for one man in this locker room. Very special game.
I'm 100% for handicapping any kind of tragedy.
Poor choice of words there, CJ. Poor, come on.
I'm sorry, giving special treatment to whatever.
Oh no.
But the way you threw it right over to me
at the plate in the playoffs. Home run after home run.
Paralyzed from the neck down. We'll probably have to be spoon fed the rest of our life. CJ, who's your fifth prop? Who do you got there? Who do you like in that game?
It's tough to bring. It's tough to bring up serious things on our show. I've realized we are not the show to discuss serious things.
Oh man, it is funny because every time something does happen like that, even in the sports world, I remember even when Jerome Brown passed, and listen to sports talk radio, and I was like all people Jerome Brown story, blah blah blah. Then one guy finally calls it. Okay, who's going to fill in for? We got Mike Golick and a Mike Pitcher. That's not what we're talking about today. Someone's got to talk about it.
We're here to discuss the game,
right? What are we doing here? I'm going to go. I just realized I have a lot of activity in this Saints Giants game, and I'm going to make you feel good. I know I went back with Kendra Miller, but ladderable material, not a ladder here though. Darius Slayton for the New York Giants, who obviously thoughts and prayers for Malik Neighbors, who is not paralyzed, but he might as well be for this season for sure, as he is out for the year. As MetLife took another superstar.
There was that crazy list of Giants receivers and tight ends that had blown out their ACL because of MetLife.
Yes.
It's insane that they don't switch to grass. I mean, it can't hurt at that point.
I agree. Anyway, that being said, Darius Slayton will be on the outside, and he is a deep threat, as Ryan knows. He has a vertical presence to the Giants' passing game. The Saints. Here's what the Saints have given up to outside wide receivers so far this year. JSN, 96 yards and a touchdown. Juwan Jennings, 89 yards and a touchdown. Hell, even Marvin Harrison Jr. had a season high game of 71 yards and a touchdown.
He sucks
against these very Saints, and he is an absolute bust. So a lot of ways you can tack the Slayton. Like I said, he's lateral material, but I'm just going to go his longest reception because that's what he does. 19 and a half yards, which is what you heard me laughing outside during rehearsal. Kramer's like, what are you laughing at? That's what I was laughing at, seeing the number of Darius Slayton's longest reception being 19 and a half yards.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I love that is a smash play. That is not, and you might hear from him later on other shows that ladders come up in.
Oh, worth and actually I'll save it for I'll tease the Degen parlay because I do have a banger of reverse correlation.
Those are fun to put
on
together.
Topic here, but I'll save it. Also, someone gave me some intel that Underdog might not have the reverse correlation engines dialed in all the way.
Meaning they don't give you the bonus?
No, the opposite.
Oh, they give you too much bonus.
Too much.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I see. Early days, like those Colorado DraftKings sports books we were listening to. That guy who attacked it with his round robin,
playing $15,000 $1 round robin parlays.
Right.
Like, my God, you're talking my language.
Yeah.
For me, I always like a good rushing quarterback and the situations, young and or desperate or big game situations. Those seem to be when these quarterbacks run. If it's a primetime game, back against the wall, either playoffs. I mean, Mahomes running in the playoffs is a good example. Mahomes early in the season because they don't have any pass catchers. I'm going to this Carolina Miami game because I think Bryce Young. Yeah, they might. Andy Dalton might have to get his brakes cut again because he's nipping at the heels of Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young realizes he's playing for his job here. Bryce Young, anytime touchdown, plus 425. Dolphins have already allowed 4 rushing touchdowns this season. They had 1 to our buddy Justin Fields, 2 to Danny Dimes. And then 1, not to Josh Allen. I'm blanking on the other quarterback, but they've allowed 4 rushing touchdowns. Bryce is a desperate man. It sounds like Chuba Hubbard chance to not play. That to me is a great formula for a rushing quarterback to get in the end zones there. So plus 425.
Drake May.
Bryce Young. Drake May. Blanking on his name. Drake May. Which spoiler. Tipping my ladder a little bit. All right, we're gonna talk ladders. We're gonna talk Degen plays as well. Before we do, of course, shout out to Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna bet you with props. You can build your own model with Rhythm. Got Baker on the cover of the graphic there. 25% off with the promo code SGPN25. Highly recommend Rhythm. They do a great job. Anytime we have the Rhythm guys on, they always crush it. And it's super fun. Not only you can build your own model, do your own thing, or if you want to just rely on them to help you out with the plays. One they like here for Sunday, Sam Darnold under 235.5 passing yards. That's one of their smart signals. They think this has a 67.5% win rate. So at minus 115, that is a go. That's 100% a go. And of course, 100% a go. SGPN 25% off with the promo code. As if that wasn't enough, you can also win $1,000 each week just by tracking your plays in the Rhythm app. You don't have to be a paid user to make that happen. So download the Rhythm app today and use the promo code SGPN25. We're also brought to you by Underdog, baby. Shout out to Underdog. Shout out to you, the Degen Nation, for playing along. Using our promo code SGPN. Play $5. You can get $100 in bonus funds. Win up to $5,000. 5,000 extra money. So a $1 entry would return you $5,000. Kramer, what's that? I gotta look up what's the Bible story where they try and build the tower to the sun. I think that's what we're gonna try and do here. Try and put together a massive Underdog entry. Tower of Babel, I think is the story. I'm referencing. I know Underdog said more Tower of Babel reads.
More Old Testament.
Yeah.
Probably going to reach out. Like, well, in the future, maybe less.
No, they said more. They said more Tower of Babel references. Kramer, why don't you get us started? What is what's a super spice? I think we just go triple spice here. Sometimes we go, I think we play it on the, the conservative side, 3 regular entries, but why
So
not?
we're only playing spicy. Is that essentially what you're saying here?
I think so. And also shout out to Boostober. I don't know about you guys, but I got a limited 30% profit boost in my kitty here. So that's pretty fun.
Yeah, for the next 4 days, it seems like.
Yes. Shout out to Boost Tober there. Kramer, why don't you start? What is something you're putting in the kitty?
And we want to get spicy, right? So maybe we start with some form of touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown's good.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
should we do a touchdown one?
All right, so I'm sorry, I'm scrolling through a million of these projections here. Do I not? Oh, here we go. Do we want to play? No, that's not a good enough price. Hold on, recalibrating.
My goodness.
Recalibrating. All right, let's do this. Let's head over into the Miami game.
Mm-hmm.
And this was near making a ladder consideration for me.
Wow.
Do you want to juice up the Devin Achan receiving yards?
I mean, yeah, he seems to be now, especially with Tyreek out. He's been a huge part of their passing game.
Or do we go catches because of what happened last time?
I know I'm traumatized by that Thursday night game where he had like 8 catches and 29 passing or receiving.
If we go to 6.5, it's 1.46x. If we go to 7.5, that's pretty expensive, but my goodness.
So you want to go Achan up to higher 6.5 catches?
Let's do that.
All right. Let's see here. Putting that in there. Okay. Higher. Nice little spice.
Isn't there a chance he has the most targets on the team?
Yeah, 100%. CJ, what do you got that you like over there that's spicy? Or if you want me to go, I got some stuff lined up right here.
No, how spicy was
right. 1.5, 1.46. Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. It's good. I wanted to make sure if it was too spicy, I didn't want to get too spicy myself.
There's a range, right, where you want to be in that sweet spot.
Yeah. This is kind of a dull player, but he's got a great plus line up here. I feel like I have him every week, so I might as well toss him in here. There's a lot of ways we could spice it. Dalton Schultz.
Oh yeah.
Great matchup, of course, against that Ravens defense. The Ravens are horrible against the tight end. I think second worst, I think, in the league against tight end, pretty much in every metric. We can go anytime touchdown is a 2.01x spice.
Ooh, I like that. Simple, clean, enjoyable.
Simple, clean. Schultz got in the end zone.
All right.
Love it. All right. So we got let's see, we got Devin Achan higher, 6.5 receptions. We got Dalton Schultz to get into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Do we want to do? You know what? Yes, I'll tip my ladder here because I'm loving this situation for Drake May to get loose with his legs. It's his first primetime game in the NFL. The Bills are dead last in rushing yards allowed to quarterbacks. So 49.5 rush yards higher. So we got this thing up to with the boost, or let's see what we can actually.
Well, I got a 50% boost.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we are.
My goodness,
we are looking pretty good here. So sorry, Dalton Schultz higher to get in the end zone. Drake May with the rushing yards higher at let's see, 49.5. And then Kramer, what was yours? I had to reset mine.
Achan 6.5 receptions over.
6.5 receptions. Doing this live. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Even without a boost, it's 44.01. So $100 entry.
Use your unlimited 30% boost.
Well, I think they don't allow you.
I'm looking at it.
I just tried and I got the error. It wouldn't let me use no boost-tober for this one, right? But 44x.
Oh, I got it.
Well, what you got? Certain accounts they'll let you do
$50 max, but I have unlimited boost, so 50 to win 28.45.
Let's go.
I got the errors. I know.
You know what?
They just take all your actions.
You got to do the refresh to get into champions.
Yes, I think
I'm in champion.
Kramer's right. You can do it. I think you build it and then hit the boost button. I hit the boost button early.
Too early.
So
we could be finding a loophole here, which is excellent.
Very juicy. 44x, even more if you're boosting it up, which again, highly recommend. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. All right, ladder time. I'll start with it because I basically use my ladder for the underdog entry. You can play along if you like. Underdog promo code SGPN. I mean, the Bills are just bad against rushing quarterbacks. Rattler had 49, Lamar had 70. Now Fields got knocked out of the game, so I don't know, but I would imagine he would have been able to get some. Even Tua had 10 rushing yards, which is a lot for Tua these days. Drake May over 39.5 plus 210, 49.5 plus 393, 59.5 plus 690. Drake May to get 70 rushing yards. 12-1. Drake may have 90 rushing yards. He already has a 90-yard game. He's only started 14 games. 30-1 against this Bills defense. They're going to be desperate. And if you think the Bills are going to be up, that is always great for the rushing quarterback because they sit back in coverage. Hey, we're not going to give you any deep stuff. It leads to a bunch of quarterback runs. So love the Drake May rushing stuff for the Sunday night game. Kramer, what is your ladder?
I'll let CJ go first.
Okay.
So I was just boost-tobering my post there.
Yeah, nice. Did it work?
Yeah.
That's a nice unlimited boost. We're gonna have to fire some more of these between now and this weekend.
And we will max out. Nice $50 max on that one. How could you not?
It's a good max too. It limits me. It probably because I'd go a little bigger, but it's like smart. Go smaller. Use the 30% boost.
I don't think I played it right. How many May yards did you have in there?
49.5.
Oh, I have 39.
Oh, get that off. You're at a very healthy amount.
I don't like that at all. Anyway, all right. Let me just go into speaking of that Miami Carolina game, which we were not, but we were earlier. Other than that, and injuries. Not a paralysis, but a pretty disgusting injury of Tyreek Hill. That leg, but what an odd situation it became afterwards, where he was smiling. I mean, whatever. I guess he's nervous. Then there's photos of him in the ambulance smiling, but it wasn't just him. Tua seemed ecstatic that he is not playing with Tyreek Hill anymore. Yes. I mean, the way he said, "Oh, thank God Almighty that we all came out healthy." For the most part, there was that one injury. Other than that, though, we're all good to go. I mean, you got a happy Tua. These Dolphins seem happy that Tyreek Hill is going. It's just bizarre. Obviously, people think Jalen Waddle would be
because he was an insane person.
He was
clearly made everyone feel uncomfortable.
Someone on Twitter, I believe, Rosenhaus had the picture of him in the hospital bed. The thoughts and prayers. And someone's like, "Yeah, we're not praying for this for you, dog." like we all want to see him play football again.
Seems like a great guy,
right? Like we're not throwing our thoughts and prayers for Tyreek.
I'll save him for school shootings. Yeah. No Tyreek Hill.
But a player they want to get involved anyway, even before this Tyreek Hill injury happened, is Malik Washington. They give him end around, design runs, special team opportunities. But now I believe his role is obviously going to expand with Tyreek Hill going out. Everyone thinks Jalen Waddle is just going to take over that role. I think Jalen Waddle stays exactly where he is, and they put in their own versions of it. Yeah, the Waddle, waddling right to offensive player.
One of my wife's favorite TD dances. Right. The Waddle.
It's fun.
He's not waddling.
It's a fun one. And
it resonates with all audience. It's just like Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Now Sean was celebrating the Tyreek Hill injury because that really improved his Jalen Waddle Offensive Player of the Year ticket that he snaked from me and you.
Me and Tyreek Hill had the exact same reaction to the Tyreek Hill injury. Yes. Like that's a true psycho reaction.
He's a psycho.
Right.
Yes.
We all know
as he's getting carted off.
We all know Carolina's rush defense is terrible. What's been surprising though is their pass defense is equally as bad. They can't stop anyone or anything. Malik Washington's low number to get the ladder out of the garage is only 25 yards. Of course, we don't get out of bed for that. We will skip a few rungs. 40 yards is plus 144. Let's just hop right up. Let's just say Malik Washington gets around that 80, 90, 100 yards. 70 yards plus 650. 80 yards is 10-1 for Malik Washington. 16-1 at 90 yards. 100 yards is 25-1. You can even creep up at 38-1 if you want at 110 yards. But 100-yard game for Malik Washington in this game that should be a shootout. Although it's gonna be a little rain there, but it's fine. I love his ladder. I mean, whatever. Starting at 25, I think he's gonna be.
No, he was involved. They were getting him pretty involved.
They want to get him the ball, right, exactly.
Even before the Tyreek Hill stuff. So that's a great sign for him now that we're living in a post Tyreek NFL.
Now, Sean, I've not heard the name Nick Westbrook and Kinney yet today.
Yeah, maybe in the VSiN segment.
Okay.
First touchdown. Of course, make sure you tune into our VSiN show every Friday night, 7:00 Pacific, VSIN.com, YouTube TV. If you have NFL Sunday Ticket, you most certainly have the VSiN channel as well, or Sirius XM 158. CJ's frequently a guest, always on there talking bonus ladders. We do put together our pleaser entry. It's a great time. And Kramer and I give you out a paper ticket parlay.
Yeah,
we have bonus TD bets.
Well, we measure our paper ticket parlay.
We measure our paper ticket parlays. It's a great hangover.
which came very close last time.
Oh, Kramer and I both. I needed the Packers to cover. Kramer needed the Raiders.
I mean, just ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
Would have been a very fun episode. Kramer, are you still working on building your ladder?
No. I just wanted to verify something before because of course I have a long list over here. Selective, getting it down. We'll have some in the private stock for those who DM me. Someone reached out and said, "Do I have to pay you for your picks?" And I said, "I don't charge for my picks, sir."
Oh, wow.
And I gave him a pick. Isaiah Likely
did
not receive a target last week against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Now Cooper Rush comes in. Isaiah Likely was the talk of the town in the preseason. His flat yardage is 14.5, Sean, which the kind of routes Isaiah Likely runs. That could be one catch. So we're gonna ride this ladder and have some fun. First up, we're gonna start at 25 plus 220. 30 is plus 320. 40 is plus 640, and then I'm gonna add the extender on.
Careful with that thing.
And just listen to these absurd numbers. 50 is plus 850. 60 is 14 to 1. 70 is 22 to 1. And like CJ always says, I'm not going to go all the way up here, but 80 is 32 to 1.
I mean, if they're going to offer, I'll take a look.
Take a look.
I mean, what are we doing here?
From the bell tower.
I'm officially playing the 25 all the way up the top ladder. We're going to have 70 at 20.
Wow.
2 to 1.
Amazing. Unbelievable.
Beautiful.
For Isaiah Likely.
All right. Time for,
I'm a degenerate.
I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I'm just shocked at the price. I'm shocked that a sports book in this day and age with all their computers and fancy algorithms would offer an opportunity like this. Once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm viewing it because it feels like, and I played both these guys in the regular props portion of the program, but CJ Stroud, what if he does have a really good passing game against this Ravens defense? Feels completely plausible. Stroud to go for 300 passing yards. Now CJ Stroud, of course, a guy who's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 career 300-yard games. Feels like a get right spot against a just decimated Ravens defense. He has 300 yards, and a guy by the name of Justin Fields also throws for 300 yards. The Cowboys are averaging 300 yards per game. The Cowboys let Russell Wilson throw for 450 passing yards. And Justin Fields, I know what you think. Oh, he sucks. He's not going to throw for 300 yards. Au contraire. He only started 6 games for the Steelers, and he had a 300-yard game September 29th against the Colts. He threw for 300 yards. This is a desperate spot for them. I think I'm with Kramer, Garrett Wilson. I'm with CJ. I think Mason Taylor gets loose, and who's going to be slinging the rock? Justin Fields. So Justin Fields to throw for 300 yards, something he did in one of his 6 starts last year for the Steelers, and CJ Stroud to throw for 300 yards, something he's done 10 times in his career. He's only he's in 3rd year as a starter. 125 to 1, baby.
What? Oh my God.
Feels great. CJ, what do you got for your Degen parlay?
That's a good price.
That's a great price. That's absolutely insane.
And James, checking in. He was the viewer who created a rift between the The 3.
You didn't create anything. You did. All you did was
shout out to Facebook.
All you did was ask a question. Whoever did.
Don't worry, CJ. When this Washington ladder hits, I won't forget. It was you who gave it out next week. Thank you. Thank you.
Listen, and betting is a team sport. I'm not fine with it. I'm fine with all to get credit, but it's listen. We're past that because now. We've turned this into a new segment. Speaking of the VSiN show on Friday night, which we teased in the beginning of the show, where with Ryan's paper ticket prop offering, I'm going to call it instead of a piece offering, a prop offering, and then we're going to roll that into something when we.
I think it's going to be the Jackson Dart rushing attack.
Oh, I love it. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Let's go.
I think I'll look at some Jackson Dart stuff. All right. That feels like the right way to do it.
Dart seems fun. That's saucy.
We'll just continue to throw a dart.
Yeah, I like that.
While we rip darts.
I'm gonna go with a couple touchdowns. I like to keep these simple. One, I'm gonna show a little. Speaking of making up for it, and someone who owes their team something, Adonai Mitchell for the Colts, who had a rough day at the office in Los Angeles.
Yeah. He publicly apologized to the team after.
Is he playing this week? I heard there was some talk that he was gonna get.
Are you being serious?
Dead serious.
That he was going to get benched?
Well, Pierce is coming back. That is for sure.
But yeah, well, partially because Pierce is back.
Right.
I think he might lose some opportunities.
Because of that situation, I doubt.
Again,
that's not the kind.
I don't punish guys.
That's not the kind of organization I see.
I would put this in the category of I don't have anything firm here, but I got the sense that Alec Pierce is going to cut big time into his snapshot.
Comically, the Colts have experience dealing with this situation because the year prior, Jonathan Taylor also let the ball drop going into the end zone. Right. They didn't punish him. Certainly a different role on the team, but kind of funny that they've had to deal with this twice.
Shane Steichen even took the blame for what.
Mitchell that's a class.
Good coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good coach. He's like, this guy's an idiot, but I got to take the blame.
He said Adonai had a team meeting, right? Did the apology. He had a conversation with the office, let him know the moment doesn't define who he is as a person.
Does not define.
No, going forward. He's going to have to earn it going forward, how he practices and how he prepares. And he's been doing nothing but it. So he is, if anything, trying to remember. And he will. Can't you just see that moment where he crosses the goal line, holding the ball with two hands? He gets, what's that? Not to mention they're playing the Raiders here at home. It should be an absolute
smash spot for the Colts.
Don't know about that.
Well, at least offensively, it should be for the Indianapolis Colts.
I have faith in Patrick Graham.
Okay. Adonai Mitchell, anytime touchdown is 4-1. 2 touchdowns is 30-1.
That's diabolical, CJ.
He had 98 yards last week.
Yeah,
I mean,
and a touchdown.
And a touchdown,
essentially a touchdown.
He had a theoretical touchdown.
We're going to parlay this with another game that should be another shootout, the Jets Cowboys here, and someone filling in for an injury, Isaiah Davis for the New York Jets.
Very well done. That's a great play.
Thank you very much. He obviously will be more involved with Braylon Allen going out. He's in the Dallas Cowboys who give up especially yardage from running backs through the air, which he does excel in. So we could do receiving yards, but you know what? Let's get him in the end zone as well. His anytime touchdown is plus 360.
Really?
And
really?
And his
that's going to be in the pocket.
Yeah, and 30-1 for 2 touchdowns for Isaiah Davis. So you parlay.
Wait, one more time, slowly for the audience. Isaiah Davis's touchdown price is
Isaiah Davis anytime touchdown plus 360.
So just so everyone knows, I expect him to be the goal line back.
Yeah, I mean they weren't using Breece Hall.
They were using him.
10. They were using.
Well, it was Braylon Allen when he fumbles going across the goal line, and then once he gets hurt, it was Isaiah Davis.
It was Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis, but now it's just going to be Isaiah Davis.
DraftKings right now plus 360 anytime and 30-1 for 2 touchdowns.
Just got down in my bookie plus 350.
There we go.
Not quite as good, but I had to lock it in. That's moving.
Yeah, I'm getting in on that too.
That's moving.
There's some plays you like of mine, some plays you would always dismiss, and there's some plays you stop the show to load up your account and absolutely empty out to make sure that I don't move any numbers.
Another great thing about this job specifically is that at VSiN too, the idea of quickly going to make a bet during work is accepted.
Yes.
And you can say it out loud, and
sometimes
no one has
I get sidetracked from the show talking about gambling by gambling. which is just I'm a workaholic, but.
So if you just want Donnie and Isaiah together, that's 22-1. 2 touchdowns each. That's 1,426 to 1.
Wow.
Bada bing, bada boom.
But I can see also. Let me see if I won't do the crunch numbers. 2 Isaiah TDs, 1 for Donnie.
Oh, all right.
That's more reasonable if you want to do a thing like that.
Kramer, do you have a Degen bet for the audience?
I have a couple different things for people since they get upset with the defense.
I did get feedback that they
Sean
didn't like
passes again. Speaking for the audience, I have no idea.
Instead of your weird anonymous sources, I just send you feedback that.
Well, you just type that out.
No, I came up with a fake YouTube username and commented on our video.
You cropped all that out. You just sent over. You just typed it out and took a screenshot of it to send a message. So what Sean was saying is he doesn't love the defensive anytime.
No, I don't care.
So, but if you were to play defensive anytime touchdowns this week,
yep.
Arizona, Detroit, Buffalo. That's the round robin. Arizona, Detroit, Buffalo. So we're fading Drake May. We're fading Jake Browning. We're fading Cam Ward. Also, because Sean and I talked about this a couple times this week, I'm personally going to be running back the Cleveland Browns and Minnesota Vikings first touchdown parlayed with last touchdown, just in case the London game is one defensive touchdown. So those will be on the board,
or just several defensive touchdowns.
Yeah, I guess you could do that. If you wanted to parlay Minnesota and Cleveland in that one game, it's 123 to 1. But I do like doing the first with last better. You're going to get a bigger payout, and it's a much funner angle.
Yeah.
But the Degen parlay this week is reverse correlation, and CJ did a great job of highlighting how bad the Saints have been against number 1 receivers, which Darius Slayton has been for the Giants over the last 5 years. He's led the team in yardage.
Consummate pro.
Before Malik Neighbors, every single year he was on the team and healthy. For him to go 100 yards and score a touchdown on under 3.5 catches. Big catch in there.
Yeah.
No,
big catch or two in there.
Hitting the longest reception.
So 100 yards, touchdown, under 3.5 catches.
Jameson Williams special.
175 to 1.
Wait, are you putting a TD in there or just 3 catches? Okay, 3 catches, a touchdown.
If you take the touchdown out of there, it's still like 135 to 1.
Just in case he gets caught.
Well, the reverse correlation really kicks in with the under 3.5 over 100 yards. You don't really need the touchdown.
I love it.
Yeah, that would be my note. I don't think you need the touchdown.
Then play it without the touchdown. It's about 135, 140 to 1, something like that. Maybe 130 to 1.
Yeah, he's gotten. He had a 3-catch, 95-yard game against the Texans a couple years ago. 3-catch, 90-yard game against my Eagles. So he's been around. He's been around that number.
If you're the
4 for 108, 4 for 106.
The idea that I certainly love CJ's angle of longest reception, but there will be a long Darius Slayton catch in this game, guaranteed.
Ooh, Howard Lee in the chat saying Rattler. Dart rush 2 TD parlay.
Now
that is spicy.
So this was another reverse correlation angle, not to drag the show on any longer, but I think the Giants are going to give up when they don't view you as a scrambling risk and they're not game planning for it.
Yeah,
they're going to give up a long run or two every game. They play a lot of man coverage and they go after the quarterback. And so if we were to do something now, they don't have rush attempts for Spencer Rattler yet, but under rush attempts over yards would be a fun reverse correlation there for Spencer Rattler. I like that more than 2 touchdowns, and I bet you the price isn't that far off.
Let's go, baby. Hey, CJ's got a live stream coming up. 3 Generates, him and his buddies Hannibal Burris, Kevin Bozeman, couple comics talking NFL picks. So make sure you check that out and check us out on the VSiN show tomorrow night, 7:00 Pacific. VSiN.com, YouTube TV, Sirius XM, channel 158. And yes, 7:00. We'll be there rocking it. Of course, check out the NFL Pick Show, the College Football Pick Show, and we'll be back live on YouTube.com/sportsgambling podcast, 9 a.m. Pacific for our pregame show where we answer your questions, take live calls, and get in some bonus Degen bets. And of course, as always,
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
I will be live with friend of the program, Scott Bowser, talking digital ponies and maybe some bonus college football picks after Thursday Night Football.
Kramer, let it ride.
The slot. How's the slot?
No.
It's a baby fucking week.